Good morning, students. Once again, I'm here to connect with you through a poem, Keeping Quiet. The poet Pablo Neruda, a Nobel laureate, meaning he won the Nobel Prize for Literature in 1971. He is a very simple poem, and in a very simple language, he tries to put across the realities of life. In this poem, Neruda talks about the necessity of quiet introspection. Introspection means inspecting yourself, meaning for self-realization, meaning we explore our inner mind, inner self, that is introspection, and creating a feeling of mutual understanding among human beings. Once we get to know each other, we understand each other, we find ourselves what we are and how we should lead our life, we forget about all ill feelings, all animosity, all feelings of hatred and jealousy, and we bond with each other and create a harmonious environment to live. To begin with, the poet says to his listeners, to his audience, he says, "Now we will count to 12 and we will all keep still," meaning we will stop all activity. We will stop all activity, will become absolutely calm and peaceful, placid, serene, and we will count 12 and will make no movement. Absolutely still will become. For once on the face of the earth, let's not speak in any language. God has gifted the human beings with the attributes of speech, meaning the human beings are able to speak and convey their feelings. But the poet requests his audience, that for once, I request all of us, meaning including he himself, for once on this face of the earth, let's all stop the use of any language. Let it be verbal, let it be visual, let it be symbolic sign language. Let's keep quiet for once on this face of the earth. And let's stop 1 second and not move our arms so much. And not only the speech he wishes us to stop, he wishes us to stop all activity. Even let us not move our arms for a while. It would be an exotic moment. My dear fellow living beings, my dear audience, my dear readers, my listeners, you will realize that that moment of no activity will be an exotic moment, a wonderful, happy moment, ecstatic moment, without rush, without any hurry, without any rush, without any clamor, without any engines. We would be together, without any machinery making any kind of mechanical sound around us. We would all be together in a sudden strangeness. Since everybody would be quiet, since everybody would be still, so when we will be in the state of self-introspection, we all will be bonded with each other, which will be a strange bond between all human beings. Further, he elaborates that fishermen in the cold sea would not harm whales. meaning even the fishermen. He just specifically he's picked up the example of fishermen. He wishes that even the fishermen in the cold sea will stop hunting for whales. They will stop harming the whales. And the man gathering salt would look at his hurt hands. And the man who's engaged in the profession of preparing salt, edible salt, he would also become still and calm. And when he would be in a state of self-introspection, he would look at his hands and would realize how hurt his hands are because of his profession. And in the pursuit of life, he has forgotten his own maintenance, his own health care. He has forgotten. He would realize how hurt, how wounded, how injured his hands are because of his profession. And in the ruthless pursuit of his profession, he has even forgotten to take care of himself. So engaged and so absorbed are we into these ruthless approaches, ruthless pursuits, that we forget our own self. We forget to know who we are and how we should lead our life. Those who prepare green wars, wars with gas, wars with fire, victory with no survivors, would put on clean clothes and walk about with their brothers in the shade doing nothing. Now he comes to those people. He talks about those people who are engaged into dangerous professions like biological wars, green wars, biological wars. Nowadays, this problem that is created by China, as people say, as Trump says. So he talks about China creating a green war. Similarly, the poet also says that those of us who are engaged into risky games, into dangerous, destructive games of preparing material for the green wars, meaning wars with chemicals, biological wars, chemical wars, using poisonous gases to kill humanity, wars with fire. These people, they have only one target to kill the people, and they want to attain a victory with no survivors, no living beings. सब लोग जो हैं इस वार में खत्म हो जाएंगे. ये वार उनका टारगेट है कि इस वार के द्वारा हम सबको मार दें. विक्ट्री विद नो सर्वाइवर्स. यहाँ पे मुझे एक जो है गीता का एक प्रवचन याद आ रहा है कृष्ण का. कृष्ण ने जब अर्जुन ने कहा कि हम अपने भाई बंधुओं को मारकर जीत हासिल करके क्या करेंगे, ये हमारे एपिक्स बताते हैं. इन सब को हम एक साइड पे करके still we engage ourselves into producing destructive materials like biochemical stuff which will kill the people, and our target is to get victory without any survivors. Even such people should stop their dangerous games, destructive acts. They should also for once put on clean clothes, and they should walk peacefully, wearing those clean clothes. They should walk and have a feeling of brotherhood, should enjoy the feeling of brotherhood under the cool shade of trees into the lap of nature. He wishes them to come out from their world of destruction and come to the peaceful world of nature, and then realize what they are doing, what are their goals, what are their targets. Destruction of human beings, and that victory will leave no survivors. And do they want that? they will get to know, they will get to realize through this self-introspection. What I want should not be confused with total inactivity. What I intend. My intention is to drive the people on the path of self-introduction and self-introspection and self-realization. But that goal should not be confused with inactivity. I don't want the people to become totally inactive, nithalle. That doesn't mean it should not be confused with that. Life is what it is about. जीवन जो है, जिसके लिए है, जीवन उसी में है. हमें कर्म करना है. We have to work. We have come to this world to achieve our goals, and to attain those goals, we have to work. And this confusion shouldn't prevail in your minds that I am advocating inactivity, that you should stop working at all. I want no truck with death. My intention is that we should have no encounter with death, no collaboration with death. If we were not so single-minded about keeping our lives moving and for once could do nothing, if we were not so single-minded, meaning अगर हम इतने focused ना रहें for a while कि हमने ये करना है और यही करना है और कुछ नहीं करना, अपने आप को भी भूल जाना है, अगर हम इस मेंटर में से बाहर निकल आए and stop working for a while, and we should stop doing anything for a while, we should do nothing, perhaps a huge silence might interrupt this sadness. और जब हम थोड़े समय के लिए, थोड़े अरसे के लिए शांत होंगे, when we will remain quiet and calm and listen to our inner voice, then perhaps the sadness which is within us, and that sadness is related with never understanding ourselves. हमारी उदासी किस चीज से जुड़ी है कि हम कभी भी अपने आप को नहीं जान पाते. We are never able to understand ourselves, and in a way we are in a state of sadness. And perhaps when we'll keep quiet and explore our mind and introspect ourselves and realize our worth, what we have come for and what our goals are, and we should always have a positive mind and we should not think of destruction. When we will explore on those lines, never threatening ourselves with death and never have any something which is always haunting our thoughts, that is death. The thoughts of death will be expelled from our mind, and that sadness will be erased from our minds. Perhaps the earth can teach us, as when everything seems dead and later proves to be alive. Perhaps this planet Earth will witness a moment and will create an experience for all of us. Then that experience is that when everything seems to be dead for a while and suddenly it springs back to life. What is that experience? That this earth will witness and we can gain from that experience. So I'll count up to 12 and you keep quiet and I will go. Therefore, we all will count up to 12, and during that counting, you will all keep quiet, and after giving you or putting you into this path of calmness and peacefulness, I will go away. I have shown you the light. I have shown you the silver lining. It is now up to you how to choose your tracks, how you adopt your life goals, and how you assail them. This is what Neruda explain in this poem. Thank you.